And once again, welcome folks back to NR Truck Night in America as the Gainbridge Truck Series takes its turn to New Smyrna Speedway tonight here, as this is the biggest wild card race on the year, and it's kind of fitting after 1 month of no racing, which I apologize for that, folks, but we were finally back racing. But after 1 month of no racing, we're back here for the biggest wild card of the year, New Smyrna Speedway. Only 24 trucks will be racing in the main event tonight, but we have 4 heat races up ahead in the Last Chance Qualifier. You usually see this at a dirt track, but we're bringing it to New Smyrna, and this track is great, so I'm excited to see what action goes on. But we're finally back racing. Let's take a look at all the things to look into coming into this race. So starting off here, folks, tonight, let's start off with your standings, and we're going to begin looking at Senjo Vittoria with the points lead over Landon Lauterbach after last month's race at Pocono. Landon Lauterbach almost had the win. He dominated most of the race, but unfortunately a caution in the later laps that involved the 29 of Monica Pato, the 22 of Chris James, and others, which was a horrific crash. Luckily, Chris James is okay, but the 92 maintains its points lead, but that number 38 of Peter Onjak got his second win on the season and was able to gain a lot of crucial points on them as he won in a shootout to the finish, about 8 or 7 lap shootout, and now he is back in this battle for the regular season title, and with all the momentum he has right now, he could very well be the one that wins this regular season title with only 2 races left after the main one tonight. Matthew Hubert sits in 4th place, the first multi-race winner on the season, won at Talladega to tally it up, won at Atlanta earlier this season, the second race on the season, but he is 36 points behind Peter Onjak and the rest of them, and he's tied currently with William Ayers, but with how William Ayers has been performing this season, it looks like that number 7 truck will sit fittingly in 4th for the time being, as the number 9 of William Ayers just isn't really that great on any track that isn't a short track. So tonight probably is likely the only race that William Ayers is going to get crucial points, because outside of that, he doesn't have any top finishes outside the top 20 this year, but he doesn't necessarily finish the greatest, usually just 11th through 15th usually, but he's maintained a spot so far. But behind him, another guy to look out for is Matt Morley, 340 points on the year, 24 points behind William Ayers. I don't think Matt Morley is sitting too hot right now, as Nathan Stapleton's caught up to him, Rocco Dorn, Brandon Haynes. I think he's just in the thick of the fire, as I think this number 31, if he doesn't perform in these next 2 or 3 races, he is going to be on the cutoff line and likely out of the chase. Morley just hasn't been too good this season after his hot start, and he's lucky for that hot start, or it wouldn't be a great standing in the position for, position in the point standings right now. But Nathan Stapleton behind him, I mentioned, he's heating up right now. He's going to be starting first in the Heat 4, so he's got a lot of momentum coming his way. Been a great when it comes to consistency this season. He's about 4th or 5th in terms of top 10s this season, so we'll see what he's able to do here tonight. Rocco Dorn through Skylar Taylor, these guys are all in danger. I mean, Sierra Cooper and Ryan Little are heating up, and Ryan Little heated up a lot last race. He was performing really well at Pocono in the race before, so we're going to see what he's able to do here tonight. But Skylar Taylor can't be too comfortable on the cutoff line, only 2 points over, and David Dixon 10 points, about 10 or 12 points over the cutoff line, but it is still a very close race for this number 5 team. They just have not had the second half of the season they've wanted. Dixon, a really consistent driver to start off the year, but he's really slowed down as of late, and this could be the race that really gets him, but hopefully Dixon's able to pull through and make the main one, because if you make the main one, you get points regardless, but if you don't, then you're screwed. So these chase drivers are really going to have to bring their A game no matter how good they are at short tracks when it comes to this one. Adrian Gill right above him. Gill just ever since that Sonoma win, it's just been up and down for this 0-2 team. They didn't get that win at Mexico City, and it's just crucial for them to get points here tonight. They're going to be starting 4th here in Heat 1, which is going to be coming up here soon, and then Brandon Haynes also in Heat 1, starting near last in his heat, so Haynes also has to make it. So this is just really a crucial weekend for all these drivers to make the race, because most importantly, the chase drivers to make the race, and the guys sitting right on the outside. So basically the top 16 of points all have to make it or they're screwed. But with how big the field's getting, nearly 40 trucks, it will be 40 trucks next week with a 26 getting a new driver back. But now we have Carson Miller and Chris Martins making their debut. You can see Martins in that Liberty University number 98 for Thor Sport. But it's really been a up and down season for some guys, but we'll see what they're able to do tonight in their debuts. And then as we get into your lineups here for the heats, you can see Monica Pato starts on the pole for Heat 1, Peter Onjak for Heat 3, D'Angelo for Heat 2, and Stapleton for Heat 4. And these are some very interesting Heat lineups because that Heat 1's pretty stacked with some crucial guys in there. But Heat 3, you see the self-proclaimed big three up there, Lana Lauterbach, Peter Onjak, Sanjo Vittori all in it. But if you look, you see Ryan Little also in that one, and Ryan Little needs a big week. So racing in Heat 3 with all these top guys, it's going to be a tough battle between all of them. But Heat 2 also entices me. We have the two best short track drivers here in our Truck Night in America, Roxy D'Angelo and William Ayers starting on the front row, but they also have a young and hungry Patrick Finderop starting right behind them. So I think that's going to be a great duel as well. Matthew Hubert also in that one, Carl Young. And then Heat 4 only has 9 trucks, but it's still got some heavy hitters. Nathan Stapleton, Trevor Vaden, Manny Cannibal Jr., David Dixon, Sierra Cooper, Eric Monaco, Skylar Taylor. I mean, that's only 9 trucks, but I could say good things about every driver in here. I mean, a few of them have wins, a few of them are struggling, but all around these heat lineups are pretty solid, based off qualifying position. And we probably should have gone over the format, but this is a format coming into this weekend. Single truck qualifying sets the heat field, 4 heats, 10 laps, 10 trucks, top 5 advance, and then we head into the last chance qualifier, which will only have 15 laps. The top 4 will advance, and the rest will DNQ for the race. So only 24 trucks make it. It's going to be an 80-lap race. There will be pit stops and everything, so it's going to be a crucial race for these guys to lock in and hopefully get a win for some of these guys. But I think, honestly, I mean, the main race is important, but I think these guys got to be focused on the heat races because coming into this one, you got to make the main race. So once you make the main race, you can kind of be settled in. You're going to still get points regardless, but if you don't make it, you get no points. So I feel like that's going to be weighing on a lot of drivers' minds coming into this one. But time will tell what will happen in this one. I'm excited to finally be back here for in our Truck Night in America. I'm Tri Davenport in the booth. This track is very good, very underrated, a very good short track, but we're finally back. The next 2 races are going to be Watkins Glen and Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which will be spanning over the next week or two, which these races are going to be in close proximity. We want to get this regular season out, so stay tuned for that one, folks. Those ones, folks, after this one, because Watkins Glen always a great road course, and then Indianapolis Motor Speedway ending off the season, the Indy 500, not the Indy 500, the Brickyard 400, caught up in real life, folks, sorry about that, but the Brickyard 400, always a great race, and these trucks in real life don't race at Indianapolis, so they race at IRP, which we saw earlier this season where David Dixon won, but we're going to be at the main track, the Speedway, or I guess you could say Super Speedway with how big it is. It's going to be a long one. It's going to be grueling for these drivers, but tonight we are focused here in Florida at New Smyrna Speedway. And with no further ado, folks, it's time to go green here for Heat Race 1 here at New Smyrna. And as you can see already off the start, the number 98 of Chris Martin's following the pace truck down the pit road. He's having some issues in that number 98 truck, which is not a great start for the rookie. But Monica Pato's going to be side by side with Adrian Gale going into turn 3. So Monica Pato is going to lead the first lap, but behind her, it's going to be 3 wide here for second. Raul Dorn sending it to the inside. Oh, he's going to make contact with his teammate of the 18 of James Daniel. Very close contact there between those two, but we're 3 wide once again. There goes Brandon Haynes to the inside. Not as much contact between those 3, but he's going to the inside of Davenport now. So Adrian Gill forced all the way out, and there goes James Daniel now looking back to the inside of his teammate, the number 91, maybe roughing him up a little bit. Up ahead, Monica Pato still leads, but fireworks to start off this race as we saw 2-3 wide moves, and back behind them now, look at the number 21 of Joseph Wood moving in to that 3rd position. The number 45, Brandon Haynes, sits in the final transfer spot, but now he looks to put Raul Dorn in that pressure situation as now he's looking down to the inside of him, but he's going to stay in 5th. See that number 33, Davey Wallace, also battling behind. He's trying to get close up to this number 91 of Raul Dorn, but he's not able to do it. But now the 45 of Haynes, can he clear the number 91 out of this one? I think Dorn's going to still have his nose in there. He might have to settle down a little bit. But there goes that number 11 of Bjornsson to the inside of the 02 of Adrian Gill. Bjornsson, a very good short track racer, and he is proving it right now. Oh, and there goes the number 21 of Joseph Wood to the inside of James Daniel for second. Adrian Gale right now, a chase driver. He is sitting near on the outside, in contact with the 43 of Davenport there, but he is near last right now, and that is not good for the O2 team, as you do not want to find yourself a chase driver in the last chance qualifier. But speaking of chase drivers, there goes the 91 of Rogaldorn to the inside. He's going to get a 2 for 1 as he sends it to the inside, but there goes Davey Wallace making it 3 wide. Lots of fireworks starting off this this heat race, and now the 45 of Brandon Haynes is going to fall out of the top 5 with 2 to go at the line. The white flag is out for heat race 1, and the final transfer spot is going to belong to this number 11 of Bjornsson. And it doesn't look like Haynes is going to make it in, but coming out of turns 3 and 4, it's going to be Monica Pato winning heat race 1 at New Smyrna. And in the final transfer spot, it's going to be the number 11 Bjornsson, and the number 33 Davey Wallace makes it, and the 21 of Joseph Wood. So 3 people that I did not expect to make it at all sneak into this one. That's going to send the 45 of Brandon Haynes to the last chance qualifier, joined by the 18 of James Daniel, the 02 of Adrian Gale, the 43 of Davenport, and the 98 of Chris Martin, who unfortunately had issues off the start, and he was the lap down from the beginning, and now he's going to have to find himself battling in the last chance qualifier, hopefully bringing that pace he had from qualifying. So, very racy heat 1 here, folks. As you can see, those guys put it all on the line there. We saw a lot of 3-wide moves, a lot of dive bombs, and that's only just a piece of the treat that we're going to get here tonight, especially with the main event, and we'll see where they get the elbows out on that one. But as you can see, Monica Pato is going to make it she's going to be starting on pole for the main race, but she's going to be joined by Rocco Joseph Wood, Davey Wallace, and the number 11 of Bjornsson. Shout out to the number 21 and 33 teams. They really showed up in these heat races. They made some very gutsy moves, and it paid off for them. And these drivers have been at the back of, not had the greatest start to their rookie campaigns, but they are going to make it in now. And that was a very hectic heat race 1. So, folks, let's go get ready for heat race 2 and see who will be joining these 5 in the last chance qualifier. Alright, folks, now it's time to go for heat race 2. You can see the trucks lined up and ready to go. But a reminder, who made it into the main event in the last one: Monica Pato, Rogaldorn, Joseph Wood, Davey Wallace, and Bjornsson are all the ones that made it in the last one. And the ones heading to the last chance qualifier were Adrian Gale, Brandon Haynes, Chris Martins, Charlie Davenport, and the number 18 of James Daniel. So, fortunately for those guys, they're going to have to battle it out in the last chance qualifier. And already off the bat, that is a lot of big names in the last chance qualifier. And when that happens, that means we have a lot of unexpected names in the main event. But as of right now, it's going to be Monica Pato starting first in the main race, Rocco starting 5th, 9th is going to be Joseph Wood, 13th will be Davey Wallace, and 17th will be Bjornsson. Reminder, the last 5 spots are filled out by whoever makes it in the last chance qualifier. But it's time to go for heat race 2. I'm actually looking way much forward to this one than heat race 1, because we got a good amount of people in here that I'm excited to see. Giuseppe Martini, the 22 with Chris James, they're starting in the tail back, but these guys are making their 3rd or 4th starts, and then we got 2 guys making their debuts in the 27 and 41, and then we have 3 big stars here in the league: William Ayers, Roxy D'Angelo, and the 13 of Patrick Finderoff. Finderoff's really been making a name for himself as of late, so I'm excited to see what he's able to do here on a short track. But now we're going to have to see how the 2 that basically own the short tracks in this series, the number 57 and 9, perform. So let's get this one ahead and going. It's going to be 10 laps just like the last one, and it's time to go. We're going to see who's going to be joining Monica Pato and others in the main event later here tonight, and basically whoever finishes first in this one's going to be starting second, and so on. So I'm excited to see this one. Heat 1 was a very exciting racing there. We saw a lot of 3-wide moves and everything, but now it's time to go for heat race 2. Roxy D'Angelo on the pole. joined by a good bunch of big names in this one. I forgot to even mention Matthew Hubert, but he's in this one as well, the first multi-race winner on the season. But folks, it's time to go as the green flag is out for Heat Race 2. And already you can see that top line gets a great start here on the not even restarts, on the starts in general. But that number 7, Matthew Hubert, for a second was looking to the inside of that 27. Doesn't quite do it, but there goes Patrick Finderoff getting around the number 9 of William Ayers. Ross D'Angelo not driving off as much as the number 29 did in the last heat race, but there goes the number 9 of William Ayers to the inside, and there goes the rookie Zach Thompson as well following through. And Thompson's going to dive it to the inside of Finderoff, and there he goes. Matthew Hubert making a pass on Hallie Anderson Jr. He's going to hold that last transfer spot now. And if things set like this, no drivers that are in the chase would be falling to the last chance qualifier in this heat. But there goes the number 7 of Matthew Hubert going to the inside of Patrick Finderoff. And now the 22, Chris James, and that Skip Barber Racing Machine looking to the inside. And it looks like he's going to get the pass off. So now that number 13 is falling off a little bit. But up ahead, Roxy Angelo is going to continue to lead. And these dudes are going to fly by fast, folks. It's only 10 laps, but 57's got a pretty sizable lead on that number 9. But back behind, you can see Chris James now getting passed by the number 56 of Hallie Anderson Jr. for the final transfer spot. And now up ahead, Matthew Hubert looking to make a pass on the number 27 of Zach Thompson to push him down to 4th place, and he's going to get that pass off in that Gainbridge machine, sporting the league's colors. But now Anderson Jr. is going to get some pressure from Giuseppe Martini in the 07 for Spire Motorsports. You know, they bring fast trucks every weekend. And now he's trying to join his teammate of Matthew Hubert in the main event in this one. And up ahead, there goes William Ayers down to the inside. He wants to start second, and he's going to rough up the number 57. He's going to shove her all the way up the track. I don't think the number 57 of Roxy Angelo is going to really appreciate that one. As we come to 2 to go here in Heat Race 2, but the number 9 of William Ayers gets the elbows out on the number 57, and that might not sit well in the rest of this one. But back behind, there's a lot of guys in line here, as now the 56 is under pressure from the number 27 of Zach Thompson with a white flag out here in Heat Race 2. And it's going to be battle for the lead up ahead. Who's going to be starting second in this one? There goes D'Angelo back to the inside. She's going to get him off the edge of the turn 1. And it's going to slide up a little bit. Here goes William Ayers down to the inside. Coming to the line. It's going to be D'Angelo. And in the final transfer spot, Giuseppe Martini edges out the 56 of Hallie Anderson Jr. to get it. And if we thought Heat Race 1 was exciting, folks, what a show we just got there from those drivers. And we're not even in the main race just yet. Absolute great racing by them. William Ayers roughs up Roxy D'Angelo just a little bit there, but Giuseppe Martini just barely makes it in over the 56 of Hallie Anderson Jr., not number 56 for Hill Motorsports. And what a close finish it was. We were focused on the beginning, but they got him to the inside, coming to the line, and he almost got that number 27 of Zach Thompson there. But what a finish by these two right here up in front. I thought Roxy Angelo had that in the bag after she got a great exit in turn 1, but she just went really wide into turns 3 and 4. And that number 9 took the opportunity to get the race win, well, the heat race win, but just doesn't quite fall his way. But you got to be happy with that result if you're these two, as now you'll be moving on. And as we take a look at your finishing results here in Heat Race 2, you can see D'Angelo makes it, Ayers makes it, Matthew Hubert, Zach Thompson, and Giuseppe Martini. Unfortunately, Hallie Anderson Jr., Patrick Finderoff, Carl Young, Chris James, and Carson Miller, the rookie, will all be heading to the Last Chance Qualifier, joining Davenport, Haynes, Gale, and Chris Martin. So these five will be joining them, but what great racing there by all the drivers. I mean, fortunately, you wish all of them could make it the way they're racing just now, but unfortunately, that's not how it's going to be. But Zach Thompson in his debut does sneak in. Matthew Hubert drives his way up. He's going to make it in. So 3 drivers that are constantly involved with the chase battle all make it. William Ayers and Matthew Huber can be happy now, as they will not have any pressure going into the main race, as they know they got guaranteed points. Now it's just time to get the race win, which is now their main goal, because they don't have to worry about that last chance qualifier like a few others that are battling with them do. So thank you all for watching that one. So now we got 2 more heat races to go and a last chance qualifier. I don't know why I said thank you all there, but man, oh man, what a race there by those guys. Let's go get lined up for heat race 3. Now, folks, we are lined up and ready to go for heat race 3, and those 2 heat races we've seen so far give us any expectations on how this one should go. It should go great, because those 2 were some great races, and now we're here for heat race 3, and we got heavy hitters in this one. Peter Onjak, Sanjay Vitoria, Ryan Little, Tyreek McLean, the 71 Atlanta linebacker. That 77 Alexander Rhodes been on a roll lately. Dylan Matisco as well. I mean, this one's got a lot of guys that I like in this one, so it'll be very interesting to see how this one goes. 10 laps once again. It's going to be a flash. Don't know why I said thank you at the end of that one. It's not over yet. We still got a lot of action ahead of us, and there's going to be a lot of action in this one, as this one's crucial, because that 71, 38, and 92 all need to make it inside this top 5. But with no further ado, folks, let's not waste any time. Let's get going here for heat race 3, and let's get these trucks rolling off. So once again, it is going to be Peter Onjak leading us off here for heat race number 3 on the night. These guys kind of wedged in a weird spot here tonight when it comes to heat races. You think the big names would be in the first or second one, but based off where they qualified, they're going to be in the third one here tonight. And in the next one, next heat race, I'm not sure we have as many big names, but this one is where all the fans are going to tune in. It's going to be Peter Onjak and Sanjay Vitoria leading us to green for heat race 3. Only the top 5 make it. Who will be joining Monica Pato and others in the main event? And to turn 1, to be side by side for the lead between Peter Onjak and Sanjay Vitoria, but he's going to quickly get past them going into turn 3. And now battling side by side for second, it's the 19 of Ryan Little and the number 92 of Sanjay Vitoria. And it looks like the 19 of Ryan Little is going to get around him here now. And there goes the 04 Tyreek McLean, possibly looking to the inside here soon, but look at the 71 of Landon Lauterbach now making moves. He gets past the 23 Nicholas Torres. And now he's looking to the inside of this number 71, of this number 04 of Tyreek McLean, and now he's going to sit in 4th, possibly here. If he clears them, yes, he will. And the final transfer spot's going to be between the 04 and 23, but that number 23 of Nicholas Torres sends it to the inside, and he gets the move off. And up ahead, you can see Sanjay Vitoria wedging it to the inside of number 19 of Ryan Little, battling side by side now. Vitoria and this number 7. Vitoria, the 71 and 38, all need to make it, including this number 19 of Ryan Little as well. This is a crucial race for all 4 of them. And now they're all sitting in a good spot, but that number 31 of Matt Morley, he's going to fall all the way to last, one of our chase drivers, and he could very well see himself starting next to last in the last chance qualifier if he doesn't figure it out pretty soon here, folks. And you see this, a 3-truck battle here for second, as that number 19 Ryan Little is going to look back to the inside right now. The 23 Nicholas Torres has settled into 5th in that final transfer spot, but that 04 Tyreek McLean is hungry right behind them. But there goes Little once again. Going to make the move, and he's going to clear him now. And that 71 Landon Lauterbach, that's going to open the door for him. As you can see behind, with 2 to go, that 04 of Tyreek McLean also looking to make a pass. And there's actually 3 to go, but next time around now, it will be 2 to go. But there goes that 04 Tyreek McLean into the final transfer spot. So 2 to go now at the line. And there goes Landon Lauterbach and Ryan Little around that number 92. And this is the battle to watch here. Who is going to make it into the race? And here comes the white flag for heat race 3. Peter Onjak has nobody behind him. He's going to have his sights set on starting 3rd here tonight in the main event, as there goes the 71 Atlanta linebacker looking to improve his starting position in the main event. But coming to the line, it's going to be the 04 of Tyler McLean getting the final transfer spot and making it into the race. It's going to be Peter Onjak winning Heat Race 3. A close battle between the number 71 and 19, but the 71 just gets edged out by Ryan Little. But as you can see, that 71 had to drive his way all the way up to, well, only about 2 positions technically, but he had to drive his way up to make it into the main race. But all 3 of them do. Ryan Little was crucial for him to make it, but unfortunately Matt Morley, a chase driver, is not going to be making it into the main race unless he gets in through the Last Chance Qualifier. So he's going to be heading to the Last Chance Qualifier, joined by Nicholas Torres, Reggie Fogelman, Alexander Rowe, and Dylan Matiska. But let's take a look at that finish coming to the line between Landon Laudenbach and that number 19 of Ryan Little. This one was even closer than Roxy D'Angelo and the number 9 of William Ayers. And wow, that one couldn't get any closer there. And Ryan Little just edges him out, so Little will be starting pretty good here in the main event, but so will that number 71. But these guys all will make it in. So once again, we Peter Onjak, Ryan Little, Landon Laudenbach, Sandra Vittoria, and Tyreek McLean making it in. That 23 Nicholas Torres held on to the final transfer spot for God knows how long, but just in those final laps when they got really close to that battle for second, he just got shuffled out battling in the mix, and the 04 Tyreek McLean's going to steal it, so he does what his teammate couldn't do for Roper Hill Racing, Adrian Gale, and make it in through his heat race, which we'll see Gale and after the next heat race in the Last Chance Qualifier, where hopefully he'll be able to make it in, or that'll be a crushing blow and possibly the knockout blow to that 02 team. And now, folks, it's time for Heat Race 4 in the last one of the night as Nathan Stapleton takes the stage, joined by his teammate of David Dixon, Sierra Cooper, Skylar Taylor, a couple guys that all have to make it in this race. But it's going to be Stapleton leading us to green for Heat Race 4 here, folks, as we're jumping right into it. One more Heat Race until we figure out who's going to be in the Last Chance Qualifier and who's locked into the main race. The green flag's underway for Heat Race 4, and Nathan Stapleton's going to lead us into turn 1. And already coming out of turn 1 and 2, number 5 of David Dixon was looking possibly to go to the middle there, but he doesn't quite do it. But now Trevor Vaden's going to move up into second as Manny Candamo Jr. is falling back here a little bit. That outside lane not faring too well in the start of this heat race. But now there goes that 52 Eric Monaco to the inside of the 88 of Clinton Buchanan. He's got a lot of experience at this track at New Smyrna. Won the All-Star Open in NS Racing 97 Powerade Cup Series a few seasons ago. Well, one season ago, but now he's going to get under pressure from Skylar Taylor there. I thought that could have ended very badly, but it doesn't. But up ahead, Nathan Stapleton still leads, speaking of NS Racing 97. But as these heat races so far have shown us anything, they are going to be nothing short of exciting. But now, there goes David Dixon. No, he's not going to quite do it. He's got to get into this top 5. But halfway through, it's going to be Nathan Stapleton still leading. And so far, it's been a pretty fun night here at New Smyrna. Heat races are a little bit odd to record, so it seems kind of rushed as we get through races with no real breaks in between. So I'm sorry if the coverage isn't as good, folks. But right now, there goes that 81 Trevor Vaden looking to the inside now of Nathan Stapleton. He would love to be starting fourth in the main race, and there he goes. A talented short track racer made his debut at RIP, which is one of Nathan Stapleton's home tracks, I guess you can consider. And he's now going to get the lead. He's going to slide up a little bit, though. Stapleton can look for the the switchback, and there he goes. And back behind them, the final transfer position, it is owned by this number 2 of Angel Gutierrez. But there goes David Dixon to the inside of the 75 Sierra Cooper. He's going to get the elbows out. The Kiwi not backing down as he knows he needs to make the main race. He does not want to be racing here in the short time in this Last Chance Qualifier. That 81 was able to get back around this number 17 of Stapleton. So now coming to the white flag here in Heat Race 4. Who is going to win it? There goes the number 81 running a little bit wide. 1 to go here in Heat Race 4. It is all coming down. the Dixon hunt down this number 2 of Angel Gutierrez, or will he be finding himself in the last chance qualifier? But coming to the line, it's going to be Nathan Stapleton winning heat race 4, Aiden finishing 2nd, 3rd, Skylar Taylor, 4th, Eric Monaco, and the number 2 of Angel Gutierrez, he is going to make it in. Gutierrez has not had the start of the season he's wanted, but he talked about this wild card coming into this week after Pocono. He was excited for it, and this number 2 team possibly back on track, but it is kind of a little bit too late, but they do make the main race, and this is great for what they're trying to accomplish this season. But David Dixon just misses out. He's going to be joining the last chance qualifier here up soon by the number 99 of Manny Candamo Jr., the number 75 of Sierra Cooper, and lastly, the number 88 of Clinton Buchanan. So unfortunately, Dixon does not make it. He was just getting shuffled out. He got stuck on that high line where Manny Candamo Jr. did not get a great start, and unfortunately, that's going to be the end of his day. But once again, it'll be Nathan Stapleton, Trevor Vaden, Skylar Taylor, Eric Monaco, Angel Gutierrez, all making it into the main event. So now, folks, the lineups are finally set. Well, sort of set, but for the last chance qualifier will be Brandon Haynes on the front row alongside Hallie Anderson Jr. Third will be Nicholas Torres. Fourth will be David Dixon. And on fourth will be James Daniel, Patrick Finderop, Matt Morley, Manny Miller Jr., Adrian Gale, Carl Young, Reggie Fogelman, Clinton Buchanan, Charlie Davenport, Chris James, Alexander Rowe, Sierra Cooper, Chris Martins, Carson Miller, and rounding out the last chance qualifier field will be Dylan Matiska. So those are the drivers that will be coming up next year in the last chance qualifier. But folks, now let's go get ready as these trucks get lined up, and we'll be having the last chance qualifier up ahead, and then after that, it will be the main race here at New Smyrna, and it'll be probably a 30-minute intermission between that and the main race, but this is the last chance qualifier coming up next. The trucks are officially rolling off here for the start of the last chance qualifier, folks. It's all going down now. 15 laps. Who will make it? The top 4 advance. Can Brandon Haynes do it is the question. And, pause there. Ignore that, folks. Sorry about that. Anyways, it's time to go here. You can see the lineup on your screen, but it's going to be Brandon Haynes leading us off. On the outside, it's going to be the 56, the 23 starting the second row alongside David Dixon. And James Daniel is going to be joining Patrick Finderop in that third row. Daniel got roughed up by his teammate Raul Godoran in their respective heat race. Can he turn it around now? With no further ado, the green flag's out for the last chance qualifier. Into turn 1, Brandon Haynes leads. Let's get out at number 23, Nicholas Torres on his inside. Coming out of turns 4, it's going to be side by side for the lead now. And now that 45 is going to be stuck on that outside line as that number 18, James Daniels, is going to send it underneath. He had a great heat race, but unfortunately, he just got caught up in some stuff and got shuffled back in his one, but now he is fighting back here, and he's trying to clear this number 45, and it looks like he's going to be able to do it. 15 laps around New Smyrna here. The last 4 heat races have all been a classic. Will this one live up to it? And there goes James Daniel now diving for the lead. And it looks like he's going to move on through. Adrian Gill behind. He needs to get up closer. Look at this number 5 of David Dixon now making his pass on his teammate, the number 15 of Reggie Fogelman. Matt Morley currently runs third, and he's right on the back of that number 23. And now look at these 2 playoff guys battling for, and that number 5 getting into the picture now. It's going to be the 02 of Gale side by side with the number 45 of Haynes. Now Gale's in that moving spot. Oh! And there goes the 23 of Torres. Off the front bumper, that number 31 of Matt Morley. He got shoved out the way, and he's not going to appreciate that one. And now, Brandon Haynes getting to the inside of that number 5 of David Dixon, but going to the front. Now that 31 of Matt Morley's looking to the inside. That number 23 is probably not happy with that number 31. He just completely gave him the move out the way, and He just completely gave him a bump, and he just sent him there. But now, this whole top 5 is battling for it now, but Daniel's going to run wide a little bit. And there goes that number 02 of Adrian Gill, possibly looking to challenge this number 23 of Torres now. Waiting for Torres to make a mistake. He does it now. These 3 guys all need to make it in, but can they pass the next 3 ahead? The 02's in the clear. 6 more to go here in the last chance qualifier at New Smyrna, and there goes James Daniel to the inside. This 31 of Matt Morley needs to make it as well, but there goes that 23 of Torres to the inside. It is close quarters racing here at New Smyrna, and it's all coming down the line. And now that 31's going to get stuck on the outside. There goes Gale to the inside. And now that 31's fighting back on the outside, though. Back up front. There goes Torres looking for the lead. Nicholas Torres side by side with the 18 of James Daniel. And back behind, Gale's going to clear that number 31 now. And there goes David Dixon as well. It is coming down to the wire. We are coming to 2 to go at the line. Side by side for the lead still, Torres in them. 2 to go now. This is all to make it in the main event here at New Smyrna. Brandon Haynes still side by side with that 31, but coming to the white flag, that 23 is going to be stuck on the outside. Dixon's going to run a little bit wide now. White flag is out here at New Smyrna. Can these 4 all make it in? It's going to take a concerted effort for this number 45. Going into the final turns. Torres on the outside to make it in the main race. Does he do it? No! Torres edges out Haynes, and Haynes will not make it into the main event here at New Smyrna. But James Daniel's going to win the last chance qualifier. He's going to see himself in the race. But David Dixon also does, along with the 02 of Adrian Gill. But Haynes comes up just short. That is going to suck for the number 45 team. And they just barely miss out on making it in. And this is going to be a huge blow to their chase hopes. You come to the finish here, you can see how close it was. It all came down to the line, and unfortunately, the 45 does not get the exit he wants, and that's going to stink for the number 45 of Brandon Haynes. So unfortunately for the 45 team, they're not going to be in the main event here at New Smyrna. Just unfortunately, we're not able to edge out Nicholas Torres at the line, and that just stinks here at New Smyrna. I mean, wish we could fit 25 trucks, but unfortunately I don't think we can. But the top 4 that all make it in the last chance qualifier is James Daniel, Adrian Gill, David Dixon, Nicholas Torres, and unfortunately missing out and DNQing will be Brandon Haynes, Hallie Anderson Jr., Matt Morley, Chris Martins, Alexander Rowe, Chris James, Carson Miller, Clinton Buchanan, Dylan Matiska, Charlie Davenport, Reggie Fogelman, Carl Young, Patrick Fenderop, Sierra Cooper, and rounding out the field be that 99 Amanda Candamo Jr., folks. So, what a treat these heat races were in that last chance qualifier. It all came down to the line. This race was a wild card. We knew someone was possibly going to see their hopes get crushed, and it's unfortunately going to possibly be that 45 of Brandon Haynes. He's going to need to have an excellent next 2 weeks. But if anything falls in his favor, Watkins Glen is a road course, and he is a road course ringer, but he performs well at almost every track. So, he does have some leeway going into next week in Indianapolis, so hopefully he can come through. But unfortunately tonight, he will not see himself in the main event. So, folks, that is all for this broadcast. I will see you guys in about 15 to 30 minutes for the main race premiere at New Smyrna, where it will be 80 laps around this track for the AdventHealth 200.